As a small business owner, there comes a point in your journey where you're going to need more money to either keep your doors open or to grow your company to the next level. Unfortunately, if you're not growing, your business is probably dying. But where do you get this capital? I know there's a lot of conversation about venture backing, about raising your seed round, A round, IPOs, and unfortunately, that sort of funding is not accessible to everyone, in particular to women and women of color. So today we're going to talk about other sources of funding that we don't hear discussed a lot, but a lot of business owners are accessing in order to grow their businesses. So if you're not familiar with venture capital, this is where you're going to go to a VC fund, a venture fund. They've had people invest into a fund, and their job as a venture capital firm is to find companies to invest in, and their hope is that they're going to get triple or even more the return on the funds that they've invested in that startup. The downside here is they often are going to pressure you to grow your business. You have a partner who's going to have a big say-so in the way that you grow your business. But a lot of new founders aren't really educated when it comes to what they should be giving up as far as ownership in their company in exchange for funds, and end up giving away too much of their company and then don't have enough money to grow their businesses in the way that they should. So today I'm sharing 3 sources of funding that you can go after that don't require you to give up any part of your business. Hi there, it's Sewa for She's Off Script. Before we dive into today's video, I want to make sure that you've subscribed and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. All right, let's jump into this. So the first source of funding you can go after that won't require you to give up any of your business is called revenue-based financing. Now, by the name, you can already tell that you need to have some sort of revenue coming into your business, and it needs to be consistent. You need to be able to project out a month, 6 months, 3 years from now, and know where that income is going to be coming from. Now, in order to go in for revenue-based financing, you will find an investor, let them know, I need $100,000, $50,000, whatever it may be. And that investor in return is probably going to charge you a fee. So they will give you the $100,000 and then they'll say, you will have to pay me $110,000. But that payment is going to be based on the income your business is already making. So at the end of the month, if your business made $10,000, you will agree that 10% of that $10,000 will go to your investor until you have paid them that initial investment in addition to the fee that you've agreed on. So in this way, you don't have to give up your company, and it's a win-win situation for both parties. As a founder, you still own the whole company. You've gotten the money you've needed in order to grow your business. And then also from an investor perspective, they get money, a fee on top of what they invested. But I think this is also a great opportunity for founders to grow their network and then also to leverage the knowledge of the investor that they get, quote unquote, into bed with. So if you're interested in this specific funding option, start your research by looking into a company called ClearCo. They have revenue-based financing options for e-commerce brands. So they will pay for your marketing, they'll pay for your inventory, and then you pay them back as you make money. And they also have an alternative funding model for SaaS companies, software as a service companies. The second option is crowdfunding. People will typically launch a crowdfunding campaign when they are first launching a business or when their business is in the idea phase. They typically go out to the market asking them to give them money to get their idea off the ground. But I want you to know that crowdfunding is also an option for you as an established growing business. And there are platforms like iFundWomen and Fundable, in addition to the ones you probably already know like Kickstarter, who allow this to happen. Now, this is for you if you know how to market, because you can't just put your crowdfunding campaign out onto these platforms and then expect that people out of the goodness of their hearts are just going to pop in and give you the money you're asking for. You need to put on your marketing hat, create a great, compelling story, narrative about why people should support the growth of your business. In many cases, it's advised that you create some sort of a video that showcases your story, your product, or your service. And then you need to have a way to expand outside of your current circle. You can't just go to your mom, your aunts, your friends and say, hey, I'm running this crowdfunding campaign. Will you help? That's great, but that's probably not going to get you to your target, whatever it is. You need to put on your marketing hat and either maybe run a Facebook ad campaign, maybe collect email addresses by giving away something free, and then going out to your mailing list to solicit their help with growing your company via this crowdsourcing campaign. So once again, if you want to use this option to fund the growth of your company, it is not a set it out there and forget it method. You have to go out there and continue to campaign and get in front of people and let them know that you are fundraising. Funding option number 3 that won't require you to give up any ownership of your business is either grants, awards, or pitch competitions. Now, that last one, pitch competitions, sometimes may have some equity exchanged, but you will need to do your research to find the right terms for you. Now, this option is going to require you to do some research on the front end. I would say within the last year or so, a lot of corporations have entered the scene in support of women-led businesses or minority-led businesses, and they have set aside funds specifically to support those businesses. So you will need to go out in search of these companies and actively put yourself out there. Throw your hat in the ring, fill out the applications, whatever you need to do. And oftentimes this is free and clear money. You will just need to demonstrate that you are a legally formed company. So this isn't for the side hustle. You're going to need to have an LLC or some sort of a corporate structure, a bank account. You need to prove to these companies that they're giving their funds to a legitimate company. And once you do that, it's win-win. For them, it's a PR win. For you, it's a business growth win. But of course, as I said, it requires some sort of work up front. Do the work to research the right grants that fit the parameters of your company, because some of them are going to be simply for creative businesses, others will be for tech-based businesses. So you want to make sure that you have the right fit there so you don't waste your money just scattershot applying for every grant you come across. Some of the grants I've seen out there include ones from Visa, MasterCard, and FedEx. So once again, it's up to you to see what is out there, but a quick Google will bring up quite a few of these. We are nearing the end of the year, so if companies have excess funds, they're probably incentivized to get quote unquote rid of them before the year ends. So happy hunting for your grants. So if you're a growing business and you are looking for funding that does not require you to give away pieces of your business, let me know in the comments if any of these options resonated with you, whether or not you've tried them, and if you have any other alternatives that you can share to our community in the comments of other sources of funding that have been helpful for the growth of your business. All right, there you have it. On your way out, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next video, and I'll see you right back here for our next one. Bye.